Yo, what's up guys, man? Welcome to another video, man. Let's talk about Ronaldo versus Erik, tag fraud hag, whatever his name is, man. Especially how he disrespected Ronaldo. I was pissed, bro. I'm like, yo, really? A club legend? The media is already throwing him under the bus. They already hate him. You as a coach, you gonna throw him under the bus too? A coach who hasn't won anything in his life. As a coach, where's the respect, bro? Fast forward later, look at now. Who was right? Ronaldo was right, fam. But anyways, let's look at the history between the two and how Ronaldo exposed him and the whole Man United board, man. Let's get to it. This is not a hate towards Man United. I'm saying I love the club, but we have to say that Ronaldo was right.
Before the 2022-23 season even began, and in the following months, we'd see him have issues with Erik Ten Hag, walking out and leaving a match versus Tottenham early, not even headed to the locker room, but going straight home, as if to directly disrespect and show defiance to Erik Ten Hag. But nobody would have guessed just how absolutely savage Cristiano Ronaldo would be in the coming weeks, when he exposed the entirety of Man United, as well as took shots against pundits and many more. Like seriously, you'd have to be living under a rock to not have seen this all over social media. The first and biggest thing that Ronaldo mentions is no other than the root of all their problems: the Glazers. For those who don't know, the Glazers are American businessmen who acquired the club in 2005 and are the current owners of Manchester United. Ronaldo said that simply the Glazers don't care about the club, they don't care for the sport, and they're only there to use Man United as a marketing club to make a profit. In fact, he said he's never even met them, which I think is a huge red flag for how much they really care. I mean, Ronaldo is probably the most famous human in the world and has by far the biggest following on all social media platforms combined. And to not even take the time to greet not only an absolute legend of the game, but a legend of the club and someone with so much influence is all the evidence you really need to see their commitment to the game of football. Ronaldo said that the reason he came back was because he loved and respected the club, and he wanted to—
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Ronaldo should have went to Man City. He should have went to Man City. It would have been very interesting to see how him and Pep will work out, because they used to be a rival back in Real Madrid days versus Barcelona. But I think Pep respects Ronaldo. He's not gonna throw him under the bus like Ten Hag did, man. Like, hold on, let me write this up real quick. He's not gonna throw him under the bus like Ten Hag did. He's actually gonna improve Ronaldo. Yo, you need to move here. Do. You know what I'm saying? That type of coach. Ten Hag, man. Fam, he came in huffing and puffing like he's the big bad wolf of Man United. And look at now, he's exposed, fam. He's exposed.
to see it succeed. Heck, he was even super close to joining Man City, but after talking to Sir Alex Ferguson and remembering his time with the club, he chose not to out of respect, even though it would have been the smarter move and would have guaranteed him a lot more goals than silverware.
Right.
But from what Ronaldo is seeing, he doesn't think that the club internally is even equal to Liverpool, Arsenal, and even Man City. In fact, he revealed that the club had not even been serious about reinvesting in itself, as their training facilities, the gym, the pool and jacuzzi, as well as other infrastructure and even the technology has remained unchanged, saying it was the same since he was 23 years old. Now that is truly mind-blowing. But for some reason, a lot of what I've been seeing on social media, especially Twitter, is that Ronaldo crossed the line. Many seem to believe that a player should respect his club absolutely without question, and never expose or say such things about the inner workings of the club. That the
Nah. See. They only said that because it's Ronaldo that said it. For many years, Man United fans been wanting to know what is going on at the club. They've been wanting to know what is the root problem of the club. As soon as Ronaldo said it, it's a problem. But then you guys want to know what is happening at the club, how the club's been run? You have an insider who's telling you how it's been run, how the people that own it don't care about the club. They only care about making money. How they don't want to reinvest in a team. Isn't that what you wanted? But no, it's Ronaldo. Nah. Ronaldo said it. Nah. He's the bad guy. He's the villain. They pick and choose who they want to favor, man. That's what it is.
players should respect the badge and can only talk about these issues once they're outside the club. Basically, a ton of criticism on Ronaldo for throwing mud on the club that he's playing for. But wait a minute, aren't these the same United fans that have been saying to remove the Glazers for years now? Like, it's no secret that a majority of United fans disliked how the Glazers have been taking profits from the club and refusing to reinvest them to improve. I'll be honest, I'm convinced that most people saying this are just Cristiano Ronaldo haters disguised as Man United fans. But to support United's management and say Ronaldo is disrespecting the club is just crazy. In fact, many others are happy that he's finally sharing this for the world to see what's really going on behind the scenes at United. Ronaldo truly does love the club. After all, United was the one who gave him the chance and brought him to glory, still being the last Premier League player to ever win the Ballon d'Or. But with that, you have to truly expose what's happening if you ever want the club to improve. Look at it this way, if the Glazers were your club's owners and were doing the same, wouldn't you agree with the criticism? I mean, why do you think Jose Mourinho himself said that finishing second place in the Premier League with United in the 2017-18 season was one of his finest career achievements? That pretty much tells you Mourinho believes the same thing. Even Zlatan Ibrahimovic said the club was small-minded. They were so cheap that they even billed him for fruit juice that just costed a single pound while he was on official duty as well. Ronaldo again mentions that since Sir Alex Ferguson left, there has been no real evolution in the club and its structure. And he feels like manager Erik ten Hag as well as other executives have been trying to push him out of the club. He also clowns their executive decision making by talking about the 2021-22 season, because after they sacked manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ronaldo was absolutely shocked when he found out that their newly appointed manager Ralf Rangnick was just the sporting director of the club, basically criticizing United once again for not even trying to bring in a true respected manager to handle one of England's most historic clubs. He feels it's ridiculous how Man United even settled for someone who wasn't ready to handle the role and just hoped for the best. And it makes me truly laugh how haters can say Ronaldo helped bring Man United from second place the season before he arrived all the way to 6th. But looking at how seriously the management wanted to win, how could you blame him? In fact, without Ronaldo, I'm 100% sure that Man United would have been on the brink of relegation. Maguire was awful. Paul Pogba was non-existent the whole season. Jadon Sancho seems to be getting worse since he left Dortmund. And Marcus Rashford was incredibly out of form. Heck, one of their best and most informed players, Mason Greenwood, was arrested and jailed shortly after the beginning of the season. But you have many haters, and it seems like even the management placed the blame on Ronaldo. Last season, Ralf Rangnick suggested to the media that the reason why United was losing was because Ronaldo wasn't pressing enough. And this just proves another club critic, Romelu Lukaku, right, as Lukaku has slammed Man United for considering the players as dumb, saying that the club intentionally leaks things to the media to benefit them and to shape the narrative and make it look like it's not the club's fault. And many people
Wow, that makes sense. That makes sense because there's always these dressing room leaks. There's nothing new under the sun with Man United, bro. There's nothing new under the sun, bro. They'll do whatever it takes to keep the club look like they're perfect on the inside, but they're rotten, fam.
criticized Lukaku for lying and saying he was crazy. But with all this coming to light, it looks like it was really true after all. If you were a true Man United fan, you would realize that Cristiano Ronaldo saved the club last year. The squad was in awful form, and without his goals, it's lucky that the club would even finish close to the top 10. But that brings me to the next point he mentions, that he felt betrayed by the club. After their mediocre 21-22 season, it was leaked that Ronaldo wanted out of Man United. And it all really started before this 22-23 season had begun. On April 18, 2022, it was revealed that Ronaldo's newborn son would pass during birth. But miraculously, his twin daughter would survive. Now that is incredibly tough, to experience both the birth of a child but the death of another at the same time. And I already had a feeling that this would greatly impact Ronaldo's form. Because if there's one thing more important to Ronaldo than football, it's without a doubt family. It was a moment of solidarity for football fans worldwide to show empathy and give condolences to Ronaldo on his loss. Liverpool fans would show respect, and even the royal family would send personal condolences. But when Ronaldo would arrive late to preseason training, can you guess who didn't have any empathy? That's right, no other than the manager and executives of his very own club. Ronaldo revealed that manager Erik ten Hag as well as club executives didn't believe him when he said he needed to take some time off because his daughter was ill in the hospital. I mean, Can you believe that? He lost his twin boy at birth, and just a few months later, they refused to believe that anything could be wrong with his twin girl, when Ronaldo himself told them his daughter was hospitalized. Like, do you really believe a player who loves football as much as Ronaldo does would lie about his daughter being seriously ill just to skip some preseason time? Well, of course Ronaldo was telling the truth. And all of this just because he said he wanted to leave the club. I would have felt incredibly disrespected as well. And now, manager Erik Ten Hag and upper management are convinced that they can succeed without Ronaldo. I mean, just look at how far they've come. With all the new signings they've made, like Lisandro Martinez, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, and even Antony, they've made a huge jump from 6th all the way to 5th place. Ronaldo would feel disrespected even further when they promised him he would have a big role in the club if he stayed. But now, Erik Ten Hag is using the excuse of having respect for Ronaldo when refusing to play him when United are getting destroyed 6-0. But at the same time, feeling like it's respectful to sub him in 2 minutes before the end of the match when they're up 2-0. I completely understand why Ronaldo walked out, and it was at this moment, I believe, he knew he was going to absolutely expose the club. Former teammate Wayne Rooney said that Ronaldo looks like a 37-year-old man who is struggling to deal with the reality of his situation, meaning he thinks Ronaldo is in bad form basically because of his age. But in the interview, Ronaldo fired back at Rooney, absolutely roasting him, saying that he's jealous, probably because he finished his careers in the early 30s and he's still playing, and pretty much called Rooney out of shape. It's obvious that the two still don't like each other from their time as teammates. But do I think Ronaldo is really finished? Sure, he's had poor form. I just think that the lack of playing time coupled with the fact that he lost his son and has to play in a system that is blatantly leaving him out of as much goal-scoring opportunities more than any other time in his career is the cause of his bad form. You give Ronaldo the ball near the goal and I'm certain he can still finish as good as anyone else in the world. Sure, he might not be able to press much or dribble like he used to, but if you treat him like a Ruud van Nistelrooy or Erling Haaland to just get those tap-ins, he will definitely score more goals. Unfortunately, it's clear that United want him gone and don't respect or appreciate him for saving them last season. I mean, even last season, his manager blamed him for their losses. So I'm convinced that all this exposing he's doing to his club is to void his contract and get rid of his signing fee, so that he can go to a club that can use his skill set to the best of their abilities. And just recently, there's news that Bayern Munich are in talks with Ronaldo and his agent, which I'm praying...
Listen, man. Listen, bruv. As you see, there's nothing new under the sun, man. Throughout his career, Ronaldo's always been the most hated person. They just hate him. They just love to hate him. They don't want to give him credit for anything. Anything he does is a problem. And you know what I'm saying? And look at Man United now, bruv. Erik Ten Hag. Erik Fraud Hag, fam. Look at him, bruv. You know? No hate to the manager, but you have to win. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. Did Ronaldo make the right decision or not?